Joe with Brown Recluse Experts here. In this video I'd like to talk about, well, the brown recluse spider. A lot of people ask me, do I have them or what can I do to get rid of them? Well, first of all, let's get back to, well, do I have them? To answer that question, I don't know. But a lot of homes have them, and there's no rhyme or reason as to why you may have them and your neighbor don't. But I can tell you there's a lot of variables that go into it. Take a look at this brown recluse behind me. You see this one? This is what we're looking for in your home. Now, there's a lot of areas that they'll come in, and a lot of variables, again, that go around this. First of all, let's talk about roof composition. If you have a shake shingle roof, it's a very good possibility that you've got brown recluses, and probably pretty bad, and maybe you just don't notice. The second thing is, do you have a lot of, well, stuff around the house? Maybe you've got a lot of things that maybe you're just in boxes. I don't know, a lot of people have clutter in their garages, maybe in a storage unit, in a John Deere room of your house. Well, one of the things I'd advise is to put all this stuff that you have in rubber totes with lids. And this is going to keep these brown recluses from basically making an apartment complex or a playground out of all of your stuff, because you don't want a child or even yourself going in there and maybe you grab a hold of some Christmas ornaments and get bit by a spider. So keep that in mind and use these rubber tubs. This is just fine to put all of your things in and store them so that they're out of the way. So when we're talking about brown recluse, I have a lot of clients who've went on Google, for example, and seen a lot of pictures that see a lot of the brown recluse bites. Now, that's probably going to be your 1% of the worst. But can this happen? Absolutely. They have cytotoxin, which actually rots the skin, because brown recluses don't eat. They don't have, they eat, but they don't have moving mouth parts like me or my dog or my cat. So what they do is when they bite an insect, it basically turns to mush, and so they can suck it. It's kind of like eating out of a blender with a straw for the rest of your life. So when they do bite you, it's going to make that skin rot. So you may see that on Google, which is not always a bad thing, but just keep that in mind. That's some of the worst of the worst. So a lot of people ask, Joe, what makes you an expert at these brown recluse, say, as opposed to the company down the street? Well, let me tell you, we have the knowledge base, and I've also studied with a renowned doctor from the University of Kansas, where we studied the behavior and the characteristics of the brown recluse spider. So that's going to help us keep the infestation out of your home and your business.